All right, Leo, bring it on, my fire starters. I am so sorry that I didn't get your reading out for the first 2 weeks of the month. I was very ill over Christmas, and that really put me back on my private readings. I really had to get my private readings done, and it put me behind, unfortunately, on the first 2 weeks of January. So I'm here to give you a reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Leo. So I deserve all the mean comments you give me, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't get it out, but I just simply ran out of time. And you know, it's really taxing on the mental health when you're a reader just to keep reading and reading. So I really do need to take some downtime as well. So I've been trying to balance that and take more time off. Not a lot of time, but just the time that I should, and I wasn't doing that before. So. All right, so those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And thank you for trusting me to keep up a schedule that you can set your watch to. And for those of you that have never been here before, welcome. And I would really love if you would hit the subscribe button. It allows me to offer you free content and general readings, whether they resonate with you or whether they don't. And just a couple of other things. We do things like the daily grind. We have a couple of other things that we have set up for the new year. And we do some lives as well. So we'd like to see you here with all the other great people that we have here. I have been meditating and calibrating cards to the sign of Leo for the collective. So we have, I've also prayed over the cards already. So if I could please have just some information for the highest good of of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Almost blew it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Leo, please. All right. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the sign of Leo until the end of January of 2020, please. Oh, Leo, you've been busy. I feel like you've been really busy. And now that the holidays are over, this is your time to rest. I hope you're taking the time you need, because I feel as though your energy might be a little bit low. I feel bad for kind of ragging on you at the beginning now. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Leo, please, till the end of January 2020. Okay, I'm going to cut here. So first card I always lay out is the energy, the overall energy for the read. And then I'm going to put down 5 cards for the near near past energies, just to see what you've kind of been up to up till now. And then I'm going to lay down 5 more cards, and that is going to be for the current energies. And then we are going to go build on that for your future, another 11 cards. Using the Gilded Tarot for you today. And here goes nothing. This will kind of be your first read from me for 2020. So here we go. Oh, your intuition's in place. Somebody here is the Empress. So Leo, somebody here is the Empress. Someone is in touch with their intuition. That's really not bad for the overall read. Staying close to source, keeping your head or your brains in touch with your gut, so you just know that you're making the right decisions when you need to make them. Going into meditation and manifestation does not hurt. All right. So we have the Empress, and the Empress is in Hermit mode. These both are major arcana cards, things that you cannot change. And the Empress is in Hermit mode. Now the Empress is all about growth and creativity. She can be pregnant with a child. She can be pregnant with creativity. All things grow around her. So she is the person that a lot of people will come to for information, you know, for advice. She gives good advice because she is connected to spirit. The Empress is the mother of the deck, and she is the one who is kind of motherly. You know, she will give information to those who ask her questions, and some people who don't rely on their own gut. And you guys, we all have the ability to rely on our own gut if you're really in tune with yourself. The Empress is the one who would give them information. So it might be a card reader. It might be someone who is just practiced their connection to spirit or to source. this here tells me that there is something that the Empress needs to think out. So if this is you, this is the card of Taurus, if that matters. This is Virgo. And so this Hermit card, you know, the Hermit goes into hermit mode when, you know, a lot of important decisions need to be made. And when you go into hermit mode, you usually ghost people, usually not talking on social media, usually not telling people what you're thinking about. The Hermit goes into hiding, almost into hermit mode, with just really what he has on his back. He's taking in his intuition, he's taking source with him, and he is taking in really just the clothes on his back. So he really is someone who who really doesn't need much more than his mind and his heart in order to be able to make decisions. So these two, although kind of similar or a little bit different, but when the Empress herself goes into hermit mode, you got to know something's up. So the next card, though, is love. So the Empress in the recent past could have been really attracted to, I feel as though, attracted to someone's heart. So because the Empress is really connected to source, and I find this for myself, that I tend to look at people for the beauty that they are before I look at their outside. When I say the beauty that they are, that's the person that I want to get to know. Yeah, I see your shell. Your shell is great, but what about what's inside? What about the squishy parts? I want to know what's in your brain, know what's in your heart, know what's in your gut. And so I feel it's this kind of love that the Empress is looking for. She's looking for the deep love that comes with the Ace of Cups being water, right? So Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces energies. So the Knight of Swords is going to be, it looks like the Knight of Swords maybe came in screeching in saying, hey, what about me? I've got something to say. So he's got his sword up here. And when his sword's in the air, he's got lots to say. Some of it might not be kind, but he's got a whole lot to say. So there might have been a lot of conversation around this cup of love here. And maybe you've gone into hermit mode to figure out whether or not you want to take that cup of love in hermit mode, right? If it is a King of Cups, that is the one that is bringing in this love energy for you, then it is something that should be thought over, just because the King of Cups is really a very emotional guy or girl. The energy, we're not reading gender, right? We're reading energy. So the energy of the King of Cups is about, you know, being loving deep, hurting deep, being romantic, and just really thinking things through with your heart over your head. So he's really very vulnerable and really a beautiful soul. So it really is worth taking the time to get to know, to talk to the person with this energy, the King or the Queen of Cups. It's really worth talking to them to find out if they are your person or not. All right, Leo. No fire yet. Not seeing any fire. Not showing up yet. Just saying. Three of Pentacles. We're looking at a partnership, I think. Looking at a partnership coming up. And what I'm looking for from Spirit right now is if I can have 5 cards, please, for the current energies. For Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whoa, the sign of Leo. I'm getting good with my arm, guys. I'm not going to have too many more things falling here, hopefully, to the floor anyway. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Got 2 more here. And then we need 2 more cards, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There's another. 1 more. More. Oh, there it is sticking out. Okay. All right. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you start at the beginning, it's ABC. Yeah, you know the song. Now you're going to be singing it all day. Okay, so what have we got here for the current energies? Well, current energies, Hierophant. So this could be a corporation. We are in a general reading, so this could be a corporation. This could be a clergyman. This could be someone who's in authority. This could be someone who in your life who is a therapist, or a counselor, someone who can help you move along in your life. So I am taking a guess saying that this has to do with love. So this is likely representation of clergy, just because I do see the Nine of Cups is here. So Leo, what have you been up to over the New Year's and Christmas? So it looks like you are thinking about possibly getting married, that maybe it's time, maybe time you feel that you've squandered. Maybe it's time for you to look for someone that is going to be yours forever and ever, amen. And maybe 2020 is the year that you're going to do that. The clergyman here, the Hierophant, is the card of Taurus. Taurus is a earth sign, and the earth signs are I don't have to tell you because that is the card of Taurus, but this is cups, right? Nine of Cups is wishes fulfilled. So if your wish is to be married this year, it looks like the cards are in tune with you. Now, if it was marriage that you were looking at and that was your wish fulfillment, but you're kind of still off in the reeds here, you're kind of like still letting it freak you out at night. There is some knowledge there that perhaps you're not looking at because there's so many swords over your head. There's so many things people have said to you. People have, offered, comments and commentation and things that they know nothing about. Just remember, people give advice based on their own set of fears and not on yours, Leo. So this is you up at night, holding your heart. There could be you're sort of ignoring spirit here, and spirit has sent you a bird to let you know, like an owl, to let you know that it is your knowledge that you have in your head that I've given to you with this here connection to spirit, that is how you're going to find your information. But nonetheless, it seems to have been keeping you up at night. I have a feeling it has something to do with love, though. Love and a broken heart. So maybe you have offered love to someone, and they ended up not being your person. Now, the thing is this is a major arcana card, right? We've got the black dot up top. You've got the Roman numeral. This is something you can't change. So Leo, it's coming. The love is coming. If you've offered love to someone and they have turned you down, it's just not your person. I suggest this, and I give a lot of unsolicited advice. Feel free to fast forward. I just really think that love finds you when you're busy just doing the mundane tasks of everyday life, going to the grocery store, mowing the lawn, pruning the trees, in your garden. Maybe you're in the frozen tundra like I am. Maybe you've decided that you've got cabin fever and you're going to go out tobogganing with the kids, or you're going to go out skating. We don't say ice skating because we assume it's on the ice. You're going to go out skating. So, getting yourself out in public places is a good way to unbreak your heart, because nature really has a way of refreshing you. So I would suggest that you get out amongst people if this is what you want to do, if it is in fact love that you are searching for. I think, though, you're going to take charge, though, Leo, because you are a take charge kind of sign, right? You are a fire sign, and you don't mind being in the spotlight. You don't mind being at the front of the line. You don't mind being the leader. You have those leadership qualities of all of the fiery accountabilities that this here emperor has. The emperor is, ruling over his whole empire, and he is the guy who makes decisions that impacts a lot of people. Right now, if you are single, your decisions are yours. And if you don't have children to account for, your decisions are yours. This guy here has the world literally on his shoulders. He's carrying the world. He's everybody's everything. He's the guy making the decisions for everyone. So this is a take charge kind of energy. I have a feeling this year you're going to take charge, and you are going to make some really good decisions based on energies. The interesting thing here is I see that the Empress is right above the Hierophant in your reading here. So I have a feeling that they are connected and have something to do with each other. a reason why you've gone into hermit mode in the past. It's probably because you offered love and were turned down. But it doesn't mean that love's not coming. It just means that it's not coming in the timeline you expected it. It means that it's actually coming in Spirit's timeline, and that's not necessarily your timeline. Alrighty, I am now going to ask Spirit for 4 cards for the future, and we're going to look and see what those future cards are. So if you're in the energy right now of feeling meh, because your heart has been a little broken because somebody said no thanks, no thanks, Tom Hanks, then my bestie says that, no thanks, Tom Hanks. It cracks me up every time. But if this person said no thanks, then you know what? Work on you. Take time for you. Do the things for you. Be a socialite. Just go out with your friends. Have fun. Just be carefree. And you know what? When it's ready for you, it'll find you. I promise you. I know this to be true because it is meant to be by the universe. All right. Here comes 4. 2, 3, and 4. All right. The Queen of Swords is showing up a lot this year. So far in these readings I have done, it's shown up in every reading I've done so far today. So a lot of people speaking up and telling people what they think. I think 2020 is kicking people into high gear. I think they are weeding out the things that no longer serve them, weeding out the people that no longer serve them, taking all those people off Facebook that were in surveillance mode, that really didn't talk to you, that you didn't see in real life. So, you know, I think it is what it is. And I think in the future that you just want victory, that you just want to feel loved and, you know, in your tribe and around your people and having fun and all of these actions. These people are happy to see you. Leo, you are the center of a party. You are the light. You're the light and the combustible light that turns on. Everybody's like, wow, Leo's here. You know, like Leo is the one who loves to be in the spotlight, the one who's got the loudest laugh that gets people across the room laughing. That's the Leo. And also the guy up on the horse. The guy up on the horse. And so you can see that, you know, they've essentially thrown a parade because you're back. So maybe you were in hermit mode because of your heartbreak. And I get that. And if it was you who, if I'm speaking to a Leo who is in hermit mode because of heartbreak, then this is your time. It's your time to find your tribe again. It's time for allow them to adore you. That's what they want. They want their Leo back. They just want the fun back in their lives. And Leos are fun. They are. They're fire signs. And like I said, my son's a Leo, and he's the guy that's always got the loudest laugh, and people across the room are cracking up just because he's laughing so loud. And that is the kind of energy that Leo brings to a room. So just make sure that you're responsible for the energy you bring to a space, no matter where you go. And you can see that this is the victory. This is the Six of Wands, and all of those people that are raising their wands, these are all actions. These are all great things that they're saying. They're all wishing this guy well as he comes back from the war. And so you could have been through some sort of war, Leo. A war within yourself, being in hermit mode. A war trying to connect to spirit after your heart was broken. All those sleepless nights. But you know what? You do have a 9 of Cups card here. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled in love. So back it up. Just back it up. Leo, sit down and back it up, okay? It's time for you to come out and just be social. Just play. This year, I want you to play a lot more than you played last year, because there is more fun for you to have this year. And fun always just heals the broken heart. The people who love you the most, your tribe, they're the people who will help heal your heart, because they're just going to show you how much they love you. The moon is here. And I know, if anything, that the moon, water and fire, well, just remember that, you know, this is a card of water, Cancer and Pisces, but water and fire, they balance each other in the tarot. That's the Temperance card. So you have fire, and you're being given water, watery kind of nothing, you know, think about being not in a pool, but being in a lake, a freshwater lake. And, you know, it's kind of, it can be murky if people kick up sand or dirt. You can't really see what's what's in front of you, and it can cause a little bit of fear depending on whether you're in freshwater or saltwater. You know, if it's cloudy and murky, you don't know what's in the distance, right? So this is, you know, these wolves are howling at the moon because they don't know what's going on. They're kind of feeling the fear, and this card is a bit of a card of fear because in the distance you can't really see what's going on, right? So this here is your intuition. So just remember, if you have to go into an area where you can't see everything ahead of you, make sure to take your intuition, listen and feel, and make sure that you are quiet enough in your mind that you can feel what's going on. So everybody has a gut instinct. Learn to connect to yours, okay? And this moon won't be so scary. It is also a card about secrets. So, you know, there could be some secrets that are going to be unveiled, or there may have been some secrets that were unveiled and that's what caused your heartbreak. That might have what caused you to go into hermit mode in the recent past here. There is a Five of Swords here. So I am seeing that you're having a little bit of an internal struggle. You know, this guy here, he is the victor here. You know, he's got these people in the background here and he's beat them, but does he look happy? No, he doesn't, because it's sort of a bittersweet victory, right? Because your higher brain, your lower brain are fighting with each other. You're like, should I do that? Why didn't I do that? You know, it's weighing on your heart, it's weighing on your mind, and this really isn't a victory at all. I mean, he's got all the swords and he's the guy on top of the hill, but you know, he's wreaked havoc. You know, he's wreaked havoc in the background here. Now, I do also see this card as a card of victory in some cases, and you may have needed that small victory in order to be able to push forward. Queen of Swords is here, and she's shown up in every reading that I've done so far. So we're going to have a lot of people telling people where they need to have... I just about said tell them off, but we're going to have a lot of people who are going to be unhappy because people like this Leo that I'm speaking to have been letting you get away with stuff for a long time. Sometimes the Leo will not go head to head. Sometimes the Leo will just speak their mind and walk away. Sometimes the Leo will just put up their hand and say, not worth it. I can't spend the energy there. But the Queen of Swords is here telling you it's time for you to speak up, Leo. It's time for you to ask for what is yours. It's time for you to collect what is yours, the things that are owed to you. So this queen comes to you with the sword up, which means it can get a little cantankerous. I'm just saying, she can be a little bit, you know, she can be a little bit mean. I don't necessarily know that she means to be mean, but she means to be honest and she means to be impactful with her words. She selects her words very carefully. She's very smart. She's very knowledgeable, book learned. She has an education. She speaks her words intentionally, with intention, and sometimes the honesty of her words can hurt. So if you need to speak honestly with someone, you know, it can always be go in love and light, you know, do you, I'll do me. It can be, but you know, you have to ask, still have to ask for the things that you need, or you're not going to get them and you're going to lament about not getting them. So I think it's time for you just to speak up. You are going to take charge this year, though. I think you are going to take charge, just like the Emperor. You're going to take charge and start just kind of doing you, doing your thing, doing the Leo thing. It's time for you to be at the front of the line. You have been not speaking up for too long, and I think it's really was hard on your mental health last year. So it's time for you to start speaking up, I think. All right, enough of a lecture for now. Maybe the next 3 cards will bring another different lecture. All right, so, you know, I only say it because I wish the best for you. And God, now I'm sounding like a mom. I only do that because I love you. But, you know, I really do wish the best for you. I wouldn't be here doing this, you know, just putting free content on YouTube. I wouldn't be here doing this otherwise, because I love to help. So I hope some of this is resonating with you, Leo. Okay. I am the Queen of Box cards here. Okay. Oh, things are flying around. I'm going to take that one. One. Oh, look at that. Okay. You're like, what? Can you look over? Look over the edge here. You see what I see. Two more cards. 1 and 2. Well, I was saying, oh, look at that, because we have a match set. So this love that is coming for you, this here love, is not only love. It's possible that it's soulmate love. So the Queen and the King of Swords are here, and you know the King and the Queen of Swords are, you know, they're a match set. They're really they're paired off for a reason, and that's because they speak the same language, not only phonetically, but they speak the same language of swords. You know, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, they speak to each other and they understand each other. They don't get offended. You know, no offense is taken where none is given, and no offense is given where none is taken. That's it. It's the other way around. So this is, you know, the King and the Queen, they mesh really well together because they don't get offended at each other's words. They're used to speaking the truth. They're used to just getting things done or cutting them out. And really, that's why her sword is at the ready. Because if she is not, you know, she's not down with you, she can cut you out. And she can get a little bit honest. We're going to call her honest. So this love here, I think, is not only just love. I believe that you're being sent some soulmate love. All right. And I think you're going to choose it. So this person that is, you know, in the love zone here, this Lover's card, I believe could be someone from your past, because this isn't only a card of making a decision, it's a card about resurrection. So it could be someone who is in your past, someone that you thought wasn't going to come along again, someone that you thought it was over with. Here they come again. They're back at it. So the card is about resurrection. It's about making judgments. It also can be about legal judgments. So if you are adopting a child, if you are getting a divorce, if you're buying a house, you know, it's all about legal stuff as well. So any of these things here, when the judgment card turns up, is going to be in your favor. So you're going to be making some judgments this year, whether that's buying a house or making, you know, a large purchase, or just making really important decisions that are going to impact you for years to come. So that would be what the judgment card was here for. And you know, the Knight of Cups is here, and it doesn't hurt to have a Knight of Cups come rushing in, because the Knight of Cups is all about beautiful watery love and about, you know, deep thinking, deep words. It's all about being deep and watery. And when they come rushing in, they're really coming rushing in because they want to look how victorious he is. Like, he's really happy to come share that cup with you. So when he does get to you, he is going to pour that love all over you, which I think is kind of cool. And it is coming out over the Lover's card. Just saying. Also just saying that things might be starting to move really quick from here. I do see love messages coming in. These are all actions and passion, because these are you know, wands, which are your sign, right? And these are either love messages, text messages, emails, you know, anything used for social media. Could be text messages that are coming in fast that are love messages. All right. We have 3 more cards on this reading here, and I'm going to ask for 2 right now. 2 more cards, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for January 2020, please. Last half. Oh, we got 2. All right. We have also 10 of Pentacles. So this love that's coming up isn't only great love. It isn't only Knight of Cups love. It isn't only soulmate love, but it's abundance as well. 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles, money, right? And also abundance, like abundance in all things. So abundance in love, abundance, the maximum, right? 10 is the maximum in the tarot. So it's the completeness of your abundance, whether that be, you know, the beautiful house you wanted, or, you know, these are material things, 3D things, things that are tangible. So the Ten of Cups is here, and you go ahead and enjoy. It's coming in really close to the end of your reading, though, so it may not happen until, you know, sometime around the beginning of maybe June or July, like the middle of the year, because we're just starting now. And, or, you know, it's a 10. It could be October, right? So it's not going to happen right now, though. The Queen of Cups is here, and yeah, she looks a little worried. Sometimes she's, you know, a little bit worried about the storm that's brewing here, about who she's going to give her cup to. And she's not super worried, but she is very loving and kind, and also is a person who feels things very deeply. So just watch your words, because the Five of Wands is here and you don't want to cause fights, right? So last card, guys. Last card for the end of January. Here we go. One last card, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. There she is. And there you go. You can put it down. You're at the end. The 10 of Swords. All those things that you pulled into 2020, all the conversations, all the things, the mean things people said to you, the conversations that just didn't go right, they went off the rails and you didn't mean for it to, but the things people said to you, the communications people sent to you, the rude things that were said to you, the hurting, the sadness, you know, the things that really put you into that hermit mode. It's time for you to let those go. It's time for you to stop dealing with the crap, throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just do it. Just get rid of it, because you weren't supposed to drag it into 2020 anyway. So you know that now that you're at the top of the hill here, Leo, you're at the top of the hill. So it's time for you to drop these swords here and just carry on your way. 2020 is going to be a good year. It's time to clean the karma. It's time to clean this up and just be done with it and just move forward. Stop looking back there. You're not going that way. Okay. So that is the last card. Before you go, Leo, I would like to give you a card from the surrender deck. You always know there's something to surrender. We can always be working on ourselves, you guys. We're never to the level we want to be. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. I need a card for Leo. Oh, look, it's right there. Right there. Surrender to defensiveness. Right there. Stop being so defensive with yourself. Stop being so defensive with other people. This is asking you to surrender your defensiveness. So defensiveness is a sign of weakness. Wow. That is a really good thing to say out loud again. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay central and hear someone out. Oh, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So, one more time. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness, number one. Number two, communicate in a more empowered way and stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clarity, swords, right? A clear, non-defensive response. So if you can do it in a non-defensive way, congratulations to you. And so this is what you need to surrender, your defensiveness. That's all I have, Leo. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And if anyone asks, I'll tell them you're a liar. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that you need to be watching, if you're into private readings, please, please, please watch my That's the Fact Jack videos. That is the only way that I can get a big message out to everybody, all 10,000 or almost 11,000 of you, and let you know where I am with my readings. Because when I get readings in, I get a request for a reading, then I send an email back. I let you know your pricing. I let you know what the time frame is, which right now is 7 to 14 days. If I can get it done before then, absolutely will. But 7 to 14 days is the turnaround currently. And if I am running late for some reason, because things do come up in my life. I'm a mom, you know, I have things, I have to go to the dentist, you know, I get toothaches as well. Sometimes I got to go to the doctor, and, you know, sometimes things are going to crop up. So please watch those videos. I do title them saying private readings. So you will know which videos have private readings if that's all you're interested in. I do give updates on the site and what's going on in terms of readings and stuff, as not only readings, but what's coming up in terms of content as well. So please, if you're looking for a reading, private readings, I'm still taking them. You can look below, and please look at the pricing. If you've had a reading from me in 2019, your price is static, $60 for an hour, $40 for 30 minutes. If you have not had a reading with me yet, you are subject to the new pricing for this year. And I've also added a different kind of reading, which is one question, 15 minutes, $25. Sometimes people just need the hit and go. They just need a little bit of advice. So I also do have drop and read that I can do for you. And I can only do so many of those in a day. So if you need a drop and read done, you need to contact me real time, like send me an email right away, and I'll let you know when I'm going to be online to do that for you. All right. That being said, thank you so much for all your support in 2019. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you for coming back. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button, for sharing and for liking, because that's the way that I can continue to come here and offer free content for you. So, and I love to do that. It's my life's work. I love to do it. So thank you so much for coming back and enjoying this content. And if you liked it, please just keep watching on the site. There's a lot of stuff. And just remember, everything is in divine timing, and time is fluid. It's not linear. So there's messages on the site here that could be for today as well. You know, ones that you have missed from last year. So, okay, I'm going to stop lecturing you and I'm going to go. All right. See you, Leo. I'm out. Bye.